What up? Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? What's y'all? Yo, what's up, y'all? I see y'all cooking. Hey, thank you, Shayna, for supporting the channel. You already know what's up. You know we family. I appreciate it. Thank you. Salute to everybody that's here. We're gonna have a good episode today. We got a lot of things to talk about. Well, we're gonna talk about as much as I can because I couldn't load up everything because it wouldn't fit. So gotta save some for the mob. What's up, y'all? Good morning, Malaya. Taco Tuesday. What's up, Black Barbie? Where you been at? What's up, Nelly? Donnell Walker. What's up, Jug Rich? What's up, Jamila? Salute Wax. What up, bro? What up, Wax Dog? What's up, Double D? Larry Hebrew. What's going on? What's up, Annette? You know what's up, Annette? What's up, sis? Yeah, we here, y'all. We here. We got something to talk about. What up, Lipinski? What up, bro? King Hannibal, Front Street, Liberty Hazleton. What's going on? We up in here. Hopefully everybody feeling good this morning. Ty 105. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Thanks a lot. Y'all try to put this work in. What up, Drino? What's good? All right, y'all. I see the family here. The rest, they going to pull up. Yeah, they going to pull up. Where Kim at? I see Kim done slid up in here. What's up, Kim? What's good? Yeah, we here, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to get back to the chat. What up, T-Rose? So check it out. Today, we got a couple things to talk about. We're going to talk about Bishop Lamar Crackhead. We're going to talk about him. But I already broke him down. I already showed you how he was a fraud a long time. I already showed y'all that. So I'm only going to give an update. And I'm going to touch on that. Also, I finally saw in the news this morning, y'all. They started talking about RSV. I saw it this morning. Then I seen something else. Dr. Phil going to be doing a special later. Speaking on, is another pandemic coming? I told y'all, your boy be on point. So the stage is being set. It might be another lockdown coming soon, but it's all alleged, not actual fact. All right? So boom. Let's talk about how Kevin Hart is being canceled in Egypt. But it's because of what he said that we're going to talk about. And also got more proof that they also are starting to lock down TikTok. TikTok is about to be shut down very soon, allegedly. But we're going to just take a look at what they're talking about. And we got to talk about Ja Rule and Diddy's suspect behavior. It's been going viral, trending, because Gene Deal has exposed them. And y'all know Gene Deal was the bodyguard for Diddy for years. And yes, Gene Deal is on YouTube, so you can subscribe to his channel and get all the information you need to know about Diddy suspect ass. What's up, Lady Love? So yeah, we cruising today. Also, I got a couple other things I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna get into some history later too. A little bit of history. All right, so without further ado, welcome to the show, For No Fame Live, episode 331. Y'all know what's up. Hey, look, shout out to the replay gang. That's right. Shout out to everybody that's in the live right now. Shout out to everybody that was here yesterday. We cooking around here. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You got to hit the all notification bell and leave a comment. That's how I know who's who. And if you got a page with a blank picture, we need to get you an avatar. I'm going to say it again. You don't got to put your picture, but you got to get an avatar because we don't play them troll games around here. Anybody that's trolling, you send them to YouTube heaven. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know how we do over here. So let's get into the show. Let's get into it. Yeah. Bishop Lamar Crackhead, aka Bishop Lamar Whitehead, the black scammer, the fake ass rap preacher, fake ass Mace, the same nigga that was in jail for being a scammer, comes home and learns a new scam. It's called a preacher. And you got to understand, even these preachers are like rappers and rappers are like preachers. They all the same. Why? Because their whole job is entertaining the crowd and keeping them stupid. They do the same shit and they both rock the microphone. So, yeah. It's just another look at also how the so-called black man, once again, keep getting put in these stereotypes or putting themselves in stereotypes of being what? Grimy, not to be trusted. And it's just showing us a pattern, a trend. But what we said before, y'all, it seemed like all the bad news happened to be of a particular people. Right? Anyway, we're going to talk about this. But like I said, it ain't really nothing to talk about with this dude because he's a crackhead. Why he a crackhead? Because that nigga be fiending for money. He'll do anything for money. Then I tell you, it's certain Negroes that'll do anything for $1. And the main thing they love to do is get you. See, that's my point. See, I told you. See, if you're going to be a scammer, you're supposed to be an all around the board scammer. But see, you're going to see your people, they scared to scam everybody else. They just want to scam you because they feel like it's the easiest thing to do. You got to peep the pattern. See that? See, if he was a fair scammer, he was scamming everybody, all people, all right. But see, some people are cowards and they only want to scam their own people. And they're going to use that black skin. They're going to, you see that nigga with a rapper chain on? You see that? He was telling you the whole time he on the same shit rappers on, but his congregation was stupid. So anybody that was in his congregation and you stuck around, guess what? You stupid and you're dumb. And you got what you deserve. Why? Because he kept showing you who he was. And he showed you what he was doing with your money. But a lot of people don't want to listen because they want a leader and they'll follow anybody. So let's take a look at this clown and what he did. Bishop Lamar Whitehead arrested for defrauding parishioner out of $90,000 in savings, plus extortion and lying to the FBI charges. So you see, he's supposed to be a man of truth, but he even lied to the FBI. Bishop Lamar Whitehead is facing charges of fraud, extortion, and making false statements. The U.S. Attorney Office in the Southern District of New York announced the charges on Monday, along with the Whitehead's arrest. Also, don't forget, allegedly, he is homeboys with the mayor of New York City, or maybe the mayor of New York City said, I got to wash my hands of this guy. Get him out of here. His charges involve a former parishioner, a businessman, and the FBI. Per the official statement, he's accused of defrauding his congregant, attempting to defraud and extort the businessman, and then lying to the FBI during an investigation. Lying ass nigga. While the charges are new to the public, the congregants claim of Whitehead defrauding her and not Pauline Anderson. Now, that's my point. This man was scamming older women that believed in him. But y'all know in the church, some of the women be lusting and they want to have sex with the preacher. They want to get in the good graces of the preacher. And sometimes these women be doing a little extra praying. And I'm talking about praying outside the church. So maybe Whitehead know the game of an extortionist. So maybe he might have been praying with these women at his house or in the hotels and scheming them out their money. But a particular woman gave him $90,000 because he claimed he was going to help her do some renovations, and he pocketed the cash. That's what he did. So Pauline Anderson filed a lawsuit against the bishop in 2021, alleging he swindled her of $90,000. The supposed plan involved Whitehead assisting the older woman with buying and renovating the house. My point is this. Buying and renovating a home, but it didn't happen. So you see the key words, older woman. Mind you, that could be a senior. Ain't no telling how old that woman was. And I'm pretty sure that older woman in church was infatuated with this man. Because ain't no woman in her right mind gonna give no man 90,000. See? You're supposed to be worried about the book and what he said. You're supposed to be into the word. But a lot of y'all don't read the book. You go to church every week, but you don't read the damn book because you go to church to worship the preacher. Therefore, you get what you asked for. So I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even mad at this dude. You know why? Because people stupid. And he wouldn't exist if the people didn't support him. So I don't feel sorry for nobody. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people are lost. Yes, you got some people that's lost, looking for faith, looking for help, guidance, but stupidity is something totally different. Because what? I already broke him down in an episode I did about the wolf in sheep clothing. I showed you the scripture, and I showed you his traits. So even if you didn't see the video on YouTube, you stupid, my point is I seen people trying to take up for this dude. And I'm trying to show you, man, a lot of our people is so sorry. That's why they not our people. All right? But this dude has no mercy because he a wolf in sheep clothing. And he had no problem eating up the prey. So as you see, the supposed plan involved Whitehead assisting the older woman with buying and renovating a home, but that didn't happen. Instead, Whitehead allegedly used most of Anderson's life savings on personal expenses. Now the DA's office statement shows they agreed with Pauline's claims and seek to prove it in a court of law. Why? He took her money and bought a chain. This Negro was driving around in Bentley trucks, Gucci suits, Louis suits. He showed you what he did with the money, what he did with your money, and he was right in your face. And this nigga be hanging with rappers. He think he's a rapper. Why? When a nigga gets some money, he's going to get a whip and a chain like a rap nigga. That's what they do. All right? I like chains. I like cars. But I'm not going to do what rappers do. That's my point. A nigga will do whatever they got to do to get some money just so they can look like a rapper. And never, I ain't going to say it, but I'm just trying to tell you, it just messed up. He happened to be dark-skinned. Hey, you know why? Because they love to make dark-skin the face of tragic behavior. You see? This man's made a mockery of the church, but this also is a sign that a lot of these corrupt preachers about to go down too. That's what that means to me too. It means that they've been scamming the people for a long time. And I spoke about this. If you notice, you don't see no more church. You don't see no more church people active. The preachers are not active. Thanks for supporting the channel. Salute. Now check it out. The preachers are not active no more in the community. Y'all know that. Let's be honest. I asked yesterday. When the last time you saw like a preacher in a congregation in any neighborhood doing some work? You don't see it like you used to. Remember when it was a time you used to be outside and you be trying to do your thing and on the church people roll up on you? Tell you need to stop doing that and take this book. You remember that? Why you don't see them no more? You ain't noticed that? Because ever since these churches got shut down and the preachers started doing Zoom, they've been trying to finesse the church people, not really trying to be held accountable, and they be laying low now. The preachers be laying low. And they don't want to be asked no questions like, Pastor, what's the RSV? They don't want to have to answer these people when people can't pay their rent and they say, Pastor, I need help with my rent. No, they hiding out now. The pastors are hiding. So a lot of church people got finesse. And like I said yesterday, a lot of these preachers also know people are going through hard times. Everybody does not have money to give to the church. Therefore, the church say, you know what? If the people broke, they can't give me no more money, then I ain't going to preach no more. Therefore, they ain't doing nothing for so much. They only doing a little bit. So Bishop Crackhead, Lamar Crackhead, all right, the money thief, he was smoking up the product. He was smoking up the church's money. How was he smoking up the church's money? That nigga was buying a whole bunch of high-end fashion, and that nigga probably was smoking weed too. You know, because when you a rapper, you got to smoke weed too. So this nigga probably was smoking weed. But his whole target, in my opinion, was older women. Why? Ain't no young woman gonna be dumb enough to get this man 90,000. I'm pretty sure of that. I doubt if any woman in this room would have gave a clown $90,000. That's why he targeted older women. Because it's sad to say what they say in the church. They say in the church it's a lot of old hoes, a lot of old convicts, killers, and murderers. Hey, it ain't true, but In some cases, it is. My point is this. People go to church for the wrong reasons. And it is a lot of demons in the church. Yes, they are. Why? Because they follow and indulge in a bunch of fuckery and they don't read their Bible at all. That's why I told you I don't want to hear about nobody from the church spitting out cliches, because all pastors around the world, all they do is talk cliches, old ass sayings, and most church people, they just gonna keep saying the same thing. They're gonna tell you about the story of Moses. They're gonna tell you about the story of David and Goliath. They're gonna tell you the same goddamn story about Moses parting the Red Sea. All the same shit. We tired of hearing them stories. We know it's many chapters in the Bible. Many of us don't understand them. We don't know about them. And the preachers don't never break them down. Why is that? Like I said the other day, why the preachers never go into the scriptures that glorify women that play historical roles in the Bible? Because in my opinion, the woman was also written out of the Bible. And therefore, a lot of these women nowadays be in the church worshiping the man because they don't understand their place. But anyway, he's nothing but another shiny nigga. He's shiny. You see a shiny nigga? A shiny nigga. You know what a shiny nigga is? That's really a dirty nigga that start getting money and then he start looking shiny. Nigga went from ashy to classy. A shiny nigga. That's what he is. But in reality, the nigga's a fucking crackhead. You feel me? Because that nigga was fiending for that money. And he raped the church. That's my opinion. And if you don't like it, so what? You might be in the church getting raped right now. Your pocket's getting raped. So if you in church and that preacher ain't breaking nothing down and you leaving feeling empty, well, you might be dealing with a Bishop Lamar Whitehead crackhead. All right? So stop worshiping man and get into the word. If that's what you say you do. Other than that, let's move on to another clown. Kevin Hart. Yeah, I know he's a jester. You know he's the ultimate clown of the century. Cat Williams told you this man was a fraud. Everybody told you he was a fraud. He's not really funny at all. He's been stopped being funny to me a long time ago. He is a clown. All right? And Kevin Hart is getting canceled. But he's getting canceled in Egypt. And I know it sounds weird, but a lot of these entertainers, they're dealing with the fall. Their money's slowing up, and they got to book gigs in other places. So recently, Kevin Hart has a show booked in Egypt. But now the people of Egypt want to ban him because of something that he said. And we're going to take a look at what he said, and we're going to see what makes sense out of this stuff. The Egyptians are trying to cancel Kevin Hart for daring to say ancient Egyptians were black. Wow. Now check this out, Egyptologists and you black people from Egypt. The people from Egypt say you ain't from there, and they say that they don't want you saying that. They don't want you saying, hold up. They don't want you saying that. So now, being that, because mind you, remember, we in the woke era. Now, all the celebrities want to be woke. You ain't never heard Kevin Hart talk about nothing about Egypt. You never heard Kanye say nothing about Hebrew Israelites. Now you see that they figure a lot of people woke and they playing the woke games. But guess what? You see the people of Egypt, they ain't trying to hear that. Now we're going to take a look at some of the evils that be in what they said. Also, I'm using this as a hint to show you that even some people know your black ass is not from Egypt. All right? Comedian Kevin Hart is coming under fire in Egypt for daring to say that the ancient Egyptians were black. A belief held by many of the top Egyptologists in the world. You see, when they also started this everybody from Africa stuff, they already had a game plan where even the people that didn't come as slaves from Africa, they'll make it where you're going to at least say you from Egypt, Africa. My point is, we know it's a lot of things going on within the country. Some people feel like we from here. Some people feel like they're from everywhere else. And we're going to get into some of this because let's look at what they're saying. Media Takeout has learned that the Egyptians have taken to social media calling for comedian Kevin Hart's debut show in the country to be canceled over his past comments in support of what they are calling Afrocentrism on ancient Egypt. Or should I say Afrocentrism on ancient Egypt, meaning they don't want you putting that black narrative and African narrative on Egypt because the people there, they say they ain't black and they don't want no parts to do with you. That's what they saying, y'all. But at the end of the day, some of us know what's up. Hart, a popular U.S. comedian, has said openly that he warned historians to begin examining history through a lens that doesn't hide the role of black Africans. Nigga. All right, I was going to say something, but I ain't going to say it. I was going to say you're not African, but matter of fact, he just might be because he do look African. Anyway, as you see, him trying to get money in Egypt, Cairo, Egypt. Tickets are on sale now for my reality check tour, 2021, February 23. Get tickets here. So you see him trying to make his money. Now look what somebody from Egypt said. Kevin Hart is not welcome in Egypt. You aren't welcome to Egypt. Egyptians weren't Africans. We're the real builders of the civilizations. No one else. The Afrocentric is just a lie. They're liars. Egypt is our land, not the Africans. Wow. But I could have sworn we was taught that Egypt was in Africa. But now they saying Egypt is our land, not Africans. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this stuff? Do y'all see this? I told y'all it's a lot of games being played. So let's ask the question. If Egyptians are not African and Egypt is not as Africa, what the hell is going on? Or maybe they saying, nigga, you ain't from here. But we also got to remember, Egypt was pillaged about 3 to 4 different times in history. And a lot of race mixing has happened. A lot of things have happened. And throughout the years, Egypt allegedly has been whitewashed. But one thing we got to understand, y'all, all of us are not from Africa. That's the main point of this topic. And the people that's there, they don't want no parts to do with you. So they are calling for this man to be canceled over there. And they coming for his head. Because people been talking a lot. And this woke stuff is becoming trendy. And then you got to understand there are people in power that are liars and they don't want to be exposed. And when you start saying certain things, they're going to come for you. So let's take a look. Modern Egypt was a various point in history part of the Greek, Roman, and Arab Empire. Did I not tell you? The Greeks pillaged the earth. The Romans pillaged the earth. The Arab pillaged the earth. And a lot of you Negroes, you think you're a Muslim. You think you're an Arab because you was brainwashed. And all three of them people you see, Greek, Roman, and Arab, they had one motto. If you're going to get down or lay down or off with your head. And if you didn't, either you was going to be a slave or it was going to be off with your kufi. The country is an ethnically and religiously diverse nation of more than 100 million. Egyptians even claim ancestry from Circassians and Turks. Going back to the Ottoman Empire, they are also Egyptians of Nubian descent. See that? You gotta know about the Turks too. My point is this. Everybody you see is considered Caucasian. Greek considered Caucasian. Roman considered Caucasian. When Arabs come here, they classify themselves as Caucasian. Turks, when they come to America, they classify themselves as Caucasian. Because a lot of people don't understand that Northern Africa is related to Europe. Therefore, when a lot of people been running around talking this we from Egypt stuff, yes, it sounds good, but you got to know where the real Egypt is at. So my point is this. A lot of people are lying and some people doing their real research. But either way, right, y'all, check it out. You gotta pay attention why he's also being shut down. Maybe they just don't approve of your behavior. Maybe they feel like, Kevin Hart, you are not the one to be speaking on Egypt, period. Now, we know about the black men that wear the dress. So let's be honest, y'all. When are we going to cut these people off? Why do we even consider even supporting these people or taking these people serious? I don't. I know y'all don't, but you know what I mean. If Kevin Hart had a show in some people's city right now, y'all know it's people that will go to see that man. Y'all know that. You know that. It will be people going to see his show right now. Tickets would be $100, $150, $200. Your people going to go get dressed, call themselves going to get fly, and they're going to go see Kevin Hart. Y'all know that. But Cat Williams told you who that man was. But people thought Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, and Tiffany career has not been the same. They say Tiffany Haddish be on Clubhouse. They say Tiffany Haddish now want to come back amongst the black community when she already told us she was raised with white people and she is in the school of Scientology. This is what I'm trying to show y'all, man. They're falling. Your people are falling. Now, they want to get into the woke thing. Why? They figure you woke now. They figure you're onto their game. You see Nick Cannon tried it. You see all of them tried it. And this is the game that's being played. So, is this why they don't want Kevin Hart to come over there? Is this part of it? Nigga, you ain't got no business talking about Egypt. You have no business talking about Egypt. You're not even a solid man, period. But also, you seeing that they telling you, you ain't from Egypt. You ain't from here. Let me show you one more time. Modern Egypt was at a various point in history part of the Greek, Roman, and Arab Empire. The country is an ethnically and religiously diverse nation of more than 100 million. Egyptians even claim ancestry to the Circassians and Turks, going back to the Ottoman Empire. There are also Egyptian Nubian descents. See, they just threw that part in there. You got to know about the Nubians. Yes, the Nubians were dark complected, but either way, all of us are not from Egypt, all right? Some of y'all get that through your damn head. You aren't welcome to Egypt. You see what they're telling Kevin Hart? You are not welcome. Egyptians aren't Africans. We're the real builders of the civilizations. That's cap, though. Don't get that twisted. No one else. The Afrocentric is just a lie. They're liars. Egypt is our land, not Africans. Wow. You know why? They also saying this because they don't want the whole world campaigning saying they need to get up out of there. But either way, y'all, I want y'all to see the shenanigans. And maybe they would have accepted it. Maybe they just say want to hear from Kevin Hart. Nobody wants to hear from a damn jester. He's a clown. He's a clown. He's a black clown. All right? Just like most of your people. Don't Kevin Hart always be hanging with Diddy? He's a clown. Another clown from Philly. All right? He thought he was going to be the new Fresh Prince. You get it? And the nigga's not funny at all. But just wanted to show y'all that your people are falling and they desperate and they reaching. And therefore, they're getting exposed at the same time. Also, I just saw the news this morning, Harvey Weinstein is in court and he's found guilty. Harvey Weinstein, yeah, the daddy of Black Hollywood. That's who he is. Oh, you mean the one that gave Dame Dash that money for them films? Oh, yeah, because I could have sworn Kevin Hart was in a movie called Paper Soldiers, and he been with the smoke too. But you see, Kevin Hart also know Americans are broke. So he want to take his show to Egypt and go to Cairo. And that's what a lot of this stuff is about. Salute to the who in the building. What's up, Rondell? Is you here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hear you clearly. What's up? What's up, sis? What's going on?
What's going on? I'm sorry I'm late.
Nah, you're not late. You're not late. Anyway, I'm just going through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull back up. Matter of fact, let's go back to Bishop LAMAR Whitehead. All right? Y'all already know about Rondell. If you haven't, I told you, go subscribe to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion because we about to cook right now. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got some insight on this. What you think about this? What you think?
Yo, when you sent me this yesterday, I was like, what? I don't know why I feel like I think this is the same dude who church got robbed, right?
Yep.
You think he staged that though?
I think so. I think now the whole shit come out. I think he staged that robbery so he can perpetrate the fraud of that trauma and that don't got to pay that lady back. You know what I'm saying? I got robbed. Feel sorry for me. Yeah. Go ahead, Ron. Cook.
Man, I was reading this yesterday and I was like I told you, and I said, I'm like, how could you Bernie Madoff the black church? What's up, everybody? What's up? I was like, yo, he really Bernie Madoff the black church. That's crazy. Crazy. And like you was saying to me yesterday, you know, this is one of the mayor's BFFs over here, mayor out of office, you know. And you got to remember that Mayor Adams was the borough president of Brooklyn.
Yep, sure was. I'm pretty sure that's when they had that connection.
You know what I'm saying? Before he became mayor, and that's really honestly the only reason why he really became the mayor, because he has certain people backing him, funding him, pushing him to get the role. But he was the borough president of Brooklyn, if y'all didn't know that. But it's just crazy how all these people connect, and I don't know how you cannot look at this dude and not see scammer written all over him.
You know what I'm peeping? I'm pretty sure the so-called white media gonna eat this story up just off
the fact they're gonna eat it up.
Just off the fact he BFF with the current New York City mayor.
And you know what's crazy? This story made CNN. See? CNN. It was on CNN this morning.
It's about to heat up.
So, I mean, this is like a federal case at this point. Yeah, he got, you know, a good attorney, but you know, I don't know about this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the FBI is in on it or whatever, they got evidence. They was watching him. They had banking transactions probably to see how this money was moving. It's crazy. I went on his Instagram yesterday and I could not stop laughing. I'm like, how can anybody like listen to a sermon from this dude and take him serious? Like, it's just crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised you ain't do the video yesterday. I know you probably gonna put something out, but you need to put that out there. The people, they need to see that.
We're gonna go through his Instagram on my next live, for real.
Yeah, you need to do that because this dude is affiliated with rappers.
Mm-hmm.
He been taking their money, going to the strip clubs and balling. Period. That's what he been doing. And they let him do it. They kept going and giving him more money. But like you said, have they not also been calling Mayor Eric Adams the hip hop mayor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you. I told you when these dudes get money, all they want to do is be a rapper or hang around them.
It's crazy. Crazy. And I heard supposedly the article I read was from the Daily News when I looked at this yesterday, and they said that they ran down on him at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. They buzzed down the door and was like, "You coming with us? Coming with us?" So they were saying that he was trying to get in on like real estate transactions. He tried to like finesse somebody out of like 5 stacks. I think the biggest finesse he was trying to pull was the woman with the $90,000.
Yep.
But you know, only God knows how long this really been going on. Like how long it's been going on, how many people he been finessing, or you know, telling them that he gonna flip their money, or you know that he's gonna do certain things, and you know he's funding his lifestyle basically. Like it's crazy.
And let's think about it. What about, we know it was a bunch of people probably gave him 1,000 here, you know, 1,200 there, 600 there, 500 there, you know, along with their tidings. All of them got robbed. They can't get their money back.
Nope. Unless they go a class action way to get it back. But once like that, now the FBI is in. You know, when they shoot, they don't aim to miss.
That means he about to get everything confiscated. He about to be a bum.
Yeah,
that's what that means.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold up one second. So let's check this out right here, because I didn't touch on this part. I was saving some of it. So like they said right here, as we allege today, Lamar Whitehead abused the trust placed in him by a parishioner, bullied a businessman for $5,000, and then tried to defraud him for more than that, and lied to the federal agents. So we know them charges right there gonna stick.
Mm-hmm.
went on a campaign of fraud and deceit. It stops now. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said. So from that point right there, you should know they on his ass. The arrest statement claims Bishop LAMAR spent Pauline's investment on luxury goods and other personal expenses. Don't forget, this clown live in a mansion. Go ahead, Ronnie.
We know that she an older woman because you know her name Pauline.
There you go. That was my aunt. That was one of my aunt's names too. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. And he probably was stroking Miss Pauline too. And he was stroking her for that money. So he probably felt like when I take her bread, she ain't gonna blow me up. She ain't gonna tell. She ain't gonna go hard on me. You know what I'm saying? He was doing them old dirty tactics on her of extortion. You feel me? He thought he probably was buttering her up, giving her the wood. You know what I'm saying? He got that money in the bank and then dipped on her and dragged her. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, y'all. It's sad because, like I said earlier, Rondell, when people go to church, they should be more invested in the word and trying to get they self right and holding the preacher accountable. But they go there for the wrong reasons. And my point is, anybody that go to church, once you see a flaw in that preacher or you suspect any suspect behavior, you're supposed to leave that church. And there is some good churches out here. I say that. Most of the good churches are the small churches. The ones that so-called be hot and sweaty with the fan. A lot of times those be the real churches that be funded out their own pocket. And those sometimes be the real churches. I'm going to be honest. But anytime you're dealing with that mega church and that preacher's super fancy, you're supposed to already know what's up. You're supposed to already know.
Yo, I'm laughing at the chat. Somebody said where his neck at and how orange about to be his new black.
That was a good one. That was a good one right there. I missed that in the chat. Anyway, the chat, they cooking right there. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So they should already know about the church, and they should already know about a wolf in sheep's clothing. And I bet you any amount of money, he made sure he stayed away from them scriptures. That's why I say, man, my people suffer from lack of knowledge, and part of it just being fucking stupid. All right. So anyway, let me go back to this because this dude is a clown, like I said. The jester, the clown ass Kevin Hart. Now, as you see, he said out his mouth that the Egyptians were black, and he pissed the Egyptians off. Now, first of all, what do you think about this fool, a comedian, trying to speak on so-called black knowledge?
It's like, yo, where's all this stuff coming from? You ever thought about that? Like, where's all of this now coming from? With like the whole Kyrie Irving and Kanye, Kevin. Like, when did everybody just want to get so look at the sugar factory?
He's showing you who he is right here, y'all. He's showing you. God. You know that's a lady drink. That's a woman's drink. You know that. Y'all know that.
Oh my gosh.
Man. Come on, man.
That's my drink, though.
You feel me?
That's crazy.
To have that. He let you know. He made sure he purposely put the rainbow sticks in there. Rainbow mug. You feel? Come on, man. See?
Nah, but for real though, he done went and pissed the Ottoman Turks off. So now they canceling him.
Yep.
Well,
hey, somebody said, that's right. Kevin ain't even funny. He ain't even funny.
Nah, he ain't funny. Not, especially not no more.
He not.
No.
He not.
He got upset. He got upset, I think, with I think it was Tariq Nasheed, because Tariq Nasheed was like, you know, he's a nice guy, but his new stand-up ain't that funny. Like, it's just my opinion. It's nothing personal, and he caught offense to that. But I guess he realizing, like, you know, Hollywood ain't working. I came in and I heard when you was talking about Harvey Weinstein, he got convicted, I think 3 out of 7 counts in the LA trial, which was crazy because nobody was even paying attention to that trial or was covering it, and kind of really just forgot it was going on. But it was a big thing. I think the ex-wife to like the governor of California was involved in that case too, like with emails and everything about, you know, Harvey allegedly being a creep. But we know that he was one of the biggest like funders of Hollywood projects, and Hollywood is, if he's going to jail, like they put his guilty verdict out there more than the case. Cause like they know that if he's like done, like they're done. Like the only other money to really get is honestly is Arab money. To be honest,
that's why they all running over there. There you go. That's what the whole Dubai thing is about. That's
it's
right.
about running to Dubai. Yeah, yeah. You know, that's
right.
the city of the Middle
Right.
East.
They all trying to get that
Dubai.
Saudi money, that overseas money. There you go. But they compromising themselves.
Yep.
Another thing I want to say, because I seen somebody say Egyptians are black. This is what I'm trying to tell people. You got to understand how the world is. The only people that consider themselves black is Americans, all right? It's about your country. It's about your tribe, your nation, right? People don't classify themselves by color. You have to understand that. The whole Europe was black. The whole planet was black, complected, melanated, but through time, it changed. But it's not about your color. Why do you think a person from Nigeria was going to say, I'm from Nigeria? They're going to say, I'm from Ghana. A dark-skinned person from Dominican Republic going to say, I'm from Dominican. They're not going to say I'm black. That's a color.
Right.
Why you think, okay, I'm going to break it down for you real quick. Let's look at the island of the ancient Hispaniola. You got the Haitians, you got Dominicans. Same island. Neither one of them call themselves black.
Nope.
Both of them dark-complected. But they're going to say, we're Haitian, we're Dominican. Why? Because the rest of the world knows it's about your country and your homeland and your culture. It's not about complexion. That was the biggest trick ever played. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. And that's what the Arabs trying to tell you. That's what they're trying to tell y'all. You're not from here. All right? Just because you black does not mean you're from here. That's why they also said the Egyptians even said they're not Africans. You got to peep game, y'all. They're in Africa. They're telling you they're not Africans.
They've been saying that for a minute. Like they've been saying they ain't African for a minute.
Exactly.
None of that is new. You from New York, so you know none of that is new.
Exactly. So let me break it down. That's what I'm trying to tell people. See, in history, the Greeks, Romans, and Arabs, you got to remember the Greeks were dark complected, the Romans were dark complected, the Arab was dark complected. But you have to know history. And all of these three people are mentioned in scripture. These are the same three people that pillaged and did a whole lot of remixing. Each one of these people came into Egypt individually and pillaged it. So yes, they did jack it. They stole it, but they were still dark-skinned people too. That's what you got to understand. So that black stuff go out the window because it's about nations and tribes and countries. So as you see, as it says, the country is an ethnically and religiously diverse nation of more than 100 million. Egyptians even claim ancestry to Circassians and Turks, going back to the Ottoman Empire. So my point is this. This is about remixing of the planet, but the main thing is, I'm going to be honest. The people here, you're not from there, all right? You're not from there at all. And if you want to be technical, the Africans that got put on slave ships, they were from the west coast of Africa. So that's why I say a lot of people, you got a little bit more studying to do. You feel me? And I'm going to say this one last thing. I'm going to shut up.
Go ahead.
Egyptologists were started by white people. I'm going to shut up.
No. Now, I was going to say that you can't expect them to basically claim something that they also do not like or they also don't rock with. You got to understand, a lot of people, the Arabs were trading black people before Europeans were. Europeans learned how to basically trade blacks through Arabs. The Arabic slave trade happened first.
There you go. Tell them. That's right. The Arab taught the so-called white man how to do it. There you go.
Right. They're not going to claim that. That's the reason why when Obama and Hillary and the rest of them, when they were in office and when they came through and claimed that they was, going to insinuate or implement democracy in Libya, the ethnic cleansing started right after Gaddafi fell. And, all that, because they don't rock with that. They don't. They don't rock with being called black.
You gotta remember when Gaddafi got on the stage and apologized for his people having their hands in the slave trade. He admitted it before he died. He apologized. I told you, man. Y'all running around claiming Arabic backgrounds. You're not Arab. And when you go over there, they're gonna let you know that. When you go there, they're gonna let you know. They're gonna look at you like you're a fraud, but really they're gonna look at you like you had to get down and lay down. Meaning you're Muslim by faith.
Right.
That's how they look at you. Because remember, when the Arab, I'm sorry, when they slaved people, if you went against the grain, you was gonna either get your head cut off or you had to submit to the religion and become a slave. That's just history. And like you said, they are the ones who was going to West Africa, getting them slaves up out of there. They was the ones that showed the people where to go at, where to go get them from. It's called the Gold Coast. I broke all that down on this channel before. We'll get into it another time. But I gotta give Emerald Girl the clout because Egypt is in America. Exactly. So I see you know what you see. I see what you said about Egyptians were black, but you're right. Egypt is in America. That's the real Egypt. Look on the back of the dollar bill. But anyway, we just talking. That ain't no facts, all right? It is what it is. You feel me? So anyway, I got something else for you real quick because we cooking this morning. Look, this was going on. 80 doctors in Canada between the ages of 25 to 55 had died in the last 60 days. Doctors are dying suddenly. I said it earlier. I finally saw on the news this morning. They started to talk about RSV now. And then I saw that today, Dr. Phil is coming on his show later today, and he's going to be talking about, is it another pandemic coming? Told y'all it's coming, my opinion. I know how they work. They're going to keep telling you. See, when they said that mask starting to be mandated, you got to know what it means. If you don't know, y'all, all you got to do is study what happened the first time. Just remember what happened the first time, and just remember it's going to happen again, but it's going to be worse this time because Moneybag Joe is not helping nobody. But that's what they're talking about. But this right here is deep. A lot of doctors been dying. And mind you, that's just Canada. We don't even know about America.
And you know what's so crazy? Canada was on lockdown like China was. They cut their border off. Like, I think you just could start even going back to Canada as a tourist, like crossing the border from America. But dying suddenly is a thing. They got a whole documentary on dying suddenly. You know what I'm saying? It's on Rumble. I shared it on my Patreon. But wasn't this their plan, right? To basically knock a few people off. That's what they wanted to do. But it's gonna get really, really bad. Like, really. I know about 6 people sick right now. Either with a combination, they have either the flu, they have COVID, or they have RSV. Or I had to basically like check in on them and be like, yo, you good? Because I haven't heard from you in a while. And they were like, girl, I had the flu. I was down. I was in my bed for a whole week. Or I had RSV. I know somebody before I left to go away on a weekend trip. I know somebody who hit me up and was like, oh, I just realized that I'm at the hospital near your house. And I'm like, why are you in the fucking hospital? And they're like, I have RSV. They just checked me in. So like it's getting really, really real. And I'm telling you, I don't know what people going to do with another lockdown, but I've been talking about this stuff on my podcast, like as far as like China. One of my most viewed podcast episodes on Spotify or listened to was China being on lockdown in Shanghai. They shut the whole city down with like 25 million people. But the most I could say is like, yo, just honestly, y'all have to stay well. Don't be in the mix as much, like large crowds. Avoid that. Going out like all these holiday parties, you know what I'm saying? Build up a mucus. Like, I did a whole video on NAC, that it stops the buildup of that. Please. And it's good for respiratory. Like, definitely do your research on what you need to be taking. NAC, milk thistle, all that dairy, eating all that dairy, all that bullshit. Cut that out. Because they know you're going to be drinking a whole bunch of eggnog this season. And all that dairy is going to be in coquito, all of that. Cremas, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to build that mucus all up. People been having pneumonia too. I know somebody who had pneumonia.
And those are the people that let it sit in them too long. And those are the ones, that's right. Because pneumonia is the last stage. You might, if you don't get that pneumonia on time, you could die. You know that. So this is what I want to tell the people real quick. This is the episode right here where I gave y'all the proof from the CDC, and you can read it yourself. all the things they say how you can get it. Remember, it could be in a body for 8 days without that person knowing, and when it's in their body, they just walking around spreading it. Then when it get on the surface, it can stay on any surface for days, and then after they get infected, they can still be a carrier for 4 weeks. And they said the number one people getting it are the children, and they're the ones spreading it. So this is real. You see, they ain't talk about C-19 no more.
Nope. Now all of a sudden the flu is back.
That was the 52 fake out. Boom, boom, boom. Now RSV is the real deal. And I'm telling you, my people, you gotta be on point and don't think it's a joke. This is not a joke. This right here will put you out of commission fast. Anytime they gotta put kids on a respirator that don't smoke, they lungs supposed to be good. That should let you know. And the only sad thing about it is a lot of babies are getting it.
Yeah. RSV is it's not new, but they always like RSV was always like big with children. Always, from what I known it to be. Like I knew kids who had RSV before COVID. When the whole H1N1, I don't know if you remember that during like the Obama years, the H1N1, that shit was crazy too, and they tried to undermine that. I think they said like 68 million people had that.
Now, I feel you, bro. We don't believe everything the news tell us, but a lot of people do. Because like I said this yesterday, people don't believe something till they see it on the news. If it didn't come on the news, it never happened. But I watch the news every day. I just saw them speak on it this morning, which means it's in full effect, meaning it been in full effect, but now it's about to start spreading more because they're giving a promotion too, and they about to start stirring up the people. That's why it's on the TV now. But Dr. Phil is going to be talking about it later. So I understand how it works. I understand how they work. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of doctors are dying. And maybe it's some other thing. Because remember the first time, I could have sworn Dr. Sabi died and a lot of other doctors died the first time. But now we're going to get into this because I'm pretty sure you know we've been talking about this. And a lot of people might not want to see this, but we're going to talk about it because I told you this was going on. Remember when they wanted to ban TikTok? It's already starting to happen. Now let's take a look at this. U.S. lawmakers and politicians have been increasingly waging war on TikTok, the hugely popular social media app owned by China company ByteDance. Why you see everybody on there dancing? TikTok's critics have accused the app of being a direct channel to the Chinese government and thus a privacy and cybersecurity risk. In particular, they have raised concerns that TikTok collects massive amounts of data from U.S. citizens. Don't say I ain't never tell y'all. I told y'all that a long time ago. Told y'all. Hold on, let me finish some more. As we see U.S. citizens, it may be shared with the Chinese government and could be used to interfere with U.S. elections by spreading misinformation. The app is already banned from all devices issued by the U.S. military. So if you got a computer, anything for the military, you can't put TikTok on the app, on that device. Another thing you have to understand what I told y'all. A lot of people have ran to TikTok and they calling themselves truth tellers. And you got a lot of people promoting anti-government propaganda that they don't want to hear. I understand, yes, some of it is truth. A lot of it is truth. But I also understand a lot of those people are agents. And they're making TikTok hot. That's why you see them on there talking about we the Hebrew Israelites, we from Egypt. They're talking about the government. But my point is this. When you deal as a country, America has one particular program. You got to understand. People got to understand that. When you go against the American program, you automatically become anti-government. And when you start saying certain things, it starts to look like you're a fanatic and you're a person that's going against the government, and you could be labeled as a terrorist. So therefore, that's why this app is a threat. Y'all don't understand. All I'm gonna tell you, when you look at them truth tellers on TikTok, just watch. A lot of them are phony. You can tell they're not even into the knowledge. They just doing it because they doing it. And that's why the government is on this, because a lot of people are using TikTok to wake people up. But like I told y'all, the whole thing with TikTok, they got all your information. And it's nothing wrong, meaning, yes, Google and other apps do, but they're secure. You see, If Google do something foul to you, you can sue them. You can take them to court. TikTok, you can't do that. And they can take all your information and sell it any way they want to. That's just how it works. So I told y'all, we told y'all, TikTok is coming to an end. And I told you all that clown ass dancing made a mockery of the country anyway, showing Americans as clowns. So everybody around the world is looking at America as clowns because they see everybody in America dancing on TikTok doing stupid ass dances. That's why the clock is going TikTok and America is about to crash. You get it? And they understand that TikTok could be used as a device to help crash America. But some people ain't gonna understand that. That's over their head. So anyway, let's get into some more other stuff. What's going on? Yeah. I got to send you this. I didn't get to send it to you.
Nah.
Diddy's bodyguard claims Diddy allegedly had encounters with rapper Ja Rule, a butt plug. As spoken of by Mr. Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard. As you see Diddy when he was running around with that funny haircut, that suspect haircut. Yeah. And this when he was running around with that shirt, vote or die. A lot of blacks have voted and a lot of blacks have died and a lot of things just didn't change. And Diddy's still walking around talking about when you gonna party with me. You feel me? But according to Gene Deal, Diddy and Ja Rule have some suspect things going on. So let's take a look at this real quick. In the explosive interview, Gene claims that he was with Diddy in the early 2000s as he accompanied the mogul into an exotic bookstore. While in the store, Gene claims that Diddy purchased a bag full of, you know what, sex toys. In particular, he claims that Diddy bought a few butt plugs, allegedly, and the story gets even crazier. When he arrived at the hotel, Diddy allegedly told Gene that he wanted to visit fellow rapper Ja Rule in his private suite. Gene claims that he tried to dissuade Diddy from pulling up the Ja Rule suite unannounced, but Diddy was persistent. Eventually, Diddy made his way into Ja Rule's suite. Gene claims, and according to Gene, the two men appeared to be alone in the room together. And when Gene inquired what the two men were doing inside the suite, Ja Rule allegedly told Gene, "You don't want to go inside there. You don't want to go inside that room. There's a lot of freaky stuff going on in there." That's what allegedly Ja Rule said. So hold up. Let's rewind a little bit. It was alleged Ja Rule also admitted out his mouth in the late 90s, early 2000s when he made all them hits. He admitted that he was on ecstasy. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember at the time when it was going on, a lot of people were saying Ja Rule was acting fruity with Irv Gotti, and they would always be hugged up and stuff, high on E-pills. That was what was going on in the street. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. But we know they used Ja Rule to promote certain behavior. A lot of y'all didn't know that. And I told y'all what your shirt off represented. See, a lot of us knew that back in the day. Dudes with their shirt off, they were marketing themselves to the rainbow community. Because the rainbow community did not just start buying music now and going to shows. They was doing it back then. And these executives understood that it was a market of a rainbow community that spent a whole lot of money. So every now and then they'll tell them take their shirt off. And you'll see Def Jam always specialize in that with people like Ja Rule and DMX. See that? That's why you see Ja Rule in his picture with his nipples showing. You feel me? Because that represents suspect behavior. Also, when you see a man showing his cleavage of his boxers, that's man cleavage. Anyway, that's suspect behavior. And we know Mr. Diddy, he's the number one at that. As you see in this picture, you see Diddy with his nipples hard. Why? Because they were showing you suspect behavior back then. What Puff Daddy say? Look what it said at the bottom. It will never be over. Then that nigga lie? He's still around, ain't he? So I'm just showing y'all how they was already promoting suspect behavior. You see Ja Rule promoting the one eye, flexing his body. It ain't just for women. That's for men. So I'm not surprised when Gene Deal say that he's seen suspect activity and butt plugs. And when Gene acquired what the two men were doing inside the suite, Ja Rule allegedly told Gene, "You don't want to go inside that room. There's a lot of freaky stuff going on inside of there." And that's where Diddy went allegedly with the butt plugs. And I'm just showing y'all this to show you that all these people you've been worshiping, they are now being exposed. So take it how you want to take it. Also, I had to throw this in there with Diddy and Nelly. Yeah, another suspect dude. What you got to say about this, Ronnie? Because this stuff ain't nothing new. This stuff is nothing new.
It's really honestly not. Like, it's really nothing new. or whatever. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of TikTok, I was watching a TikTok my friend sent to me about people or somebody that had exposed how like Ja Rule and a few other people was like partying with the elite recently. That's how I found out that J-Lo had a transitioning twin, because you know she got twins, and one of them is transitioning. They all still, honestly, in my opinion, they probably all still doing behavior just like this still now to stay booked, to stay relevant. It would not shock me. um it's crazy. It's nothing that we haven't already suspected already. But honestly, I believe Gene. I do. I
I
do.
believe him too. He don't got a
I
reason
don't
to
think
lie
he's
about
lying
that.
about it.
And it, and
It fits the narrative.
yeah, it fits the narrative. Because I ain't gonna lie, Diddy was doing the most suspect stuff then, and we all saw Diddy pressing Fabulous, and Fabulous was scared. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"I used to already party with you, man. I did party
Mm-hmm.
with you. You was scared." See that? But anyway, I think Diddy always made it. Maybe he always made it a thing that once somebody blow up to a certain level, he had to go holler at them. You see what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy? One of my supporters, she DM'd me and told me, she was like, what if Diddy is just the whole Diddy and Carisha, like Young Miami, what if that's just like what if it's fake, right? What if there's just like a facade? What if he's really dating Saucy Santana? What if he really was Saucy Santana and not Young Miami, and she
Oh,
just
that's
basically
smart. I ain't never look at it like that, man. Maybe
yeah,
that's
that
why she keep him around. Because they probably
uh-huh.
doing threesomes with that man. That make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And she get
She
paid
is
off of that.
weird. That's right. Yep.
Oh man.
Cause
Oh man.
Saucy Santana
That's
been
real.
coming up. He been getting to the bag. I'm like, he's everywhere now.
Sad.
It's
You right.
crazy.
You
Never
right.
know.
That might be the front the whole time. Because we know, come on, let's keep it real, y'all. You cannot imagine in your mind Diddy putting in work on your Miami. Come on. Can you can't even fathom that? He ain't doing nothing with that. He ain't. I can't even visualize it. You know what I'm saying? Every time I think of Diddy, I just think of somebody playing with him. I think about, I believe Gene did. I don't think this man has no interest in having no sex unless it's for kids with no woman. That's what I think. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, just showing y'all, man, these dudes been suspect. Y'all should already know that. They been suspect. But now it's coming to an end, y'all. No more gangster rap. No more of that real stuff. None of that real talk. Now you see that none of them was real anyway. You
Nope.
feel me? That none of them was real anyway, and it's over with. All right? Nelly, all of them, man. You see that? That was the same night. Vote or die. And anybody know that haircut is a suspect haircut. A lot of people didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Oh, don't forget too. I got another one for y'all. Ta-da. Told
Oh
y'all Trump
yeah.
was hanging around black people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's back in the day. Looked like Madonna in the background right there. See what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue on. I told Master P ain't nobody buying them bum ass Moneyattis. You feel me? Ain't nobody buying that shit. Those are knockoff ass Versace sneakers. All right. But Master P, he had something to say yesterday, y'all. And you know, he spoke out because Romeo exposed him. And let's see what Master P had to say. Basically said he'll get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it. And God gonna do what he got to do. I'm not gonna come on here no more. So bloggers and everything else is cool. Whatever you want to deal with Romeo. Whatever y'all think he's saying is true or whatever, that's cool too. I can live with it. I'm at peace now. I had to speak my piece. But you see, he didn't deny none of that stuff, did he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Master P has humbled himself. So I ain't gonna go hard on him. He humbled himself. But Master P was capping to us the whole time, y'all. Especially after the IRS got his ass, he been broke since. That's really what made him go broke, that IRS stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he used Romeo money to pay off the IRS because he didn't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people came in the chat trolling. People was coming in the comment section. People was saying Romeo should be grateful. But that's part of that old slave mentality why we ain't ever getting nowhere, because some of us had our parents messing up our future, spending our money and putting
Right.
bills in our name and stuff like that. So we ain't trying to hear none of that. All right. Yes. See, that also goes to the mentality of some people that think that their kids owe them something. Some people actually think, and that shit going on right now. A lot of parents think because they birthed their kid fucking owe them something.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got kids that take care of their parents, and kids get their parents money and pay their bills and all that. That's cool, but your child don't owe you nothing. That's just a fact. You're supposed to want to see your child come up for the simple fact that one day you're gonna leave the earth and they'll be straight. So what's wrong with that? And also, let's not forget, this man got a dead daughter that he didn't show that much compassion for. So Romeo also is calling him out on a lot of stuff. What you think about this, Rondell? It's nothing major, but you gonna buy the money out?
He hell no. Somebody said they look like fake Dior's. They really do though.
They do.
They do. They do. That's exactly what they look like. This is honestly really sad. Like, this is a sad situation to see, and it's crazy that he didn't deny it. And the only reason why he getting up off the internet is because he know he don't really want the smoke, because he know it's probably some receipts that can come along with what Romeo was saying, or whatever. So he know not to play nice and just shut up, basically. So that's what he did.
Wow, man.
That's what he did right here.
Yeah, man. We done with Master P, man. Master P, man, it's over for you, man. You had your time already. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. All right, let's look at something else. I'm gonna keep it pushing. We almost at the end, but you know we gotta do this. Shout out to the people watching. Shout out to the replay game. That's right. For no fame, Rondell's unpopular opinion. This is what we do. Now let me show y'all something else. Boom. Told y'all about eating that cloned up ass fish, that farm raised fish. I got another question for y'all. How many of y'all ever saw the head of a tilapia? Well, if you didn't ever see the head of a tilapia, it's a reason why. But I don't know if this particular fish is tilapia, but this is the mouth of a fish. Mm-hmm. A fish found, caught in the water. Do you see that? But it was said that it's a lot of cloned up species on the planet. And one thing I do know, it was said that I learned a couple years ago when I saw the picture of a tilapia without the head cut off, and they have lips of a human. This is why when you get your tilapia, it's already filleted with the head cut off. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking y'all in the chat, and I want y'all to leave a comment. How many of y'all ever seen the head on the tilapia when you bought the fish, or even at the fish market? And this is a fish they said allegedly is cloned up. But I do know one thing: it's a farm. When you buy that tilapia, it's farm raised. And farm raised mean it's created. It's not from the ocean. But as you see, this is the mouth of a fish. Disgusting. Doesn't look like human mouth, y'all. But we also did know it was a so-called thing in the scripture where they say that it was a time when they was mixing human DNA with animal DNA and things like that. Then there's also a saying with the mermaids that it is fish. It was these type of entities in the water once upon a time. Mm-hmm. So when I see this, it's not really surprising. But I just want to show people, stop eating farm-raised fish and stop eating that damn tilapia. All right? Just chill out. Get you some regular whitey. Get you all the regular fish, the spots and the croakers. Leave that tilapia alone. All right? So let me continue on because I got to show y'all some things. And Rondell, you could chill out on this part. I'm gonna get your opinion. We spoke about some of this stuff, but I want to show y'all some stuff. Now let's take a look. This history. What do y'all see right there? This is an ancient American map. You see America right there. What you see right there? You see California, right? Now you also see California is separated. And what you see in the middle of California and America? What y'all see right there? I spoke about this before, and some of y'all already know. What you see between California and America? I could have sworn that said the Red Sea right there. Mm-hmm. Could have sworn that said the Red Sea. For all you niggas from Egypt. Anyway, what does that say? Red Sea. Boom. Why is the ocean red in California? In simplest terms, a red tide is a bloom of a phytoplankton. A phytoplankton are microscopic single-cell plants that occur naturally in our coastal waters. A bloom occurs when a particular species of phytoplankton begins reproducing rapidly, resulting in millions of cells in each gallon of water. Do you see the Red Sea in California? Do you see it? Do you see it? The old map of California as an island? because they say that the maps have been remixed and finessed.
Mm-hmm.
But, and just see throughout time, the map has been finessed. But this is California. You see it separated from the rest of America? Do you see the Red Sea? For you smart Negroes that know everything. I told you I'm not the one to play with when it comes to certain things. When it comes to information, I didn't. My knowledge don't come just from the internet. That's what I want people to understand. There's nothing wrong if your knowledge do, but don't just think because you learn things on the internet you know everything. Because if you ain't really do no real research, you just talking about what somebody told you. And a lot of y'all been false worshiping, and you don't know nothing because you ain't researched. You're focused on Africa and Egypt, but you don't know shit about America. All right. Trying to show you. What does that say? Red Sea. Now, can you see something similar to the story? Can it not look kind of possible how somebody could cross this a little bit, especially if it's not too high tide?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to ask the question, why in time did they start remixing the map, start making it look different? That's California. But let's go back into this. When they came and they pillaged, you see they always had that gun with them, right? This is when they first came, was doing trading with our people. And you know the word trader, they goddamn traders. And they got a nerve to have a store called Trader Joe. They're traders, meaning they came in perpetrating a fraud like they was cool, and then they stuck everybody up. This picture I want to show you is the picture that represents the original gangster. This is why now they're considered the most civilized people. We are considered the most savage, but they are the original gangsters. Now you also got to see the saying of bringing a knife to a gunfight, because our people didn't have a chance. And they was just doing trading with us to get everything they needed, and then they flipped on us. This is Jamestown. This is how they first came to America. This is what I wanted to show y'all. This is why every major city in America is off the coastal waters. This is why they always put the downtown off waters. My point is this. This is Jamestown, y'all. And you will see they strategically built forts. And you can commonly see the fort protected them from the people coming to attack. And if their ass had to run, they could run their ass back on their ship and get up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So they were building these strategic fortresses while at the same time they were doing trade with our people. And then more and more people started coming in. See that? The original gangsters. They was doing trading. Do you see the complexion of the people in the picture?
Mm-hmm.
See that? But see, you was taught about this black thing in African American in Egypt. You're brainwashed, you're confused, and you just think everybody black from Africa. Then you got people that's from here, they want to trick your ass. But anyway, just look at the complexion in the picture. Don't listen to me. Look at the picture. You also will see this is the Spanish. This is the Spaniards that came. I'm going to show you something else. Look in the picture. Do you see that one black Spanish man in the back? You see that black Spanish man right there? Tell you, they put it in the picture. See that black Spanish face right there? You see the one sitting right down on that hill, the chief, and then look at, you see the man with the black in front of the chief, and then you see the other Spanish man with the black face. See, that was a Moor. Told you, Spanish Moors from Spain. The same people that pillaged South America and the Virgin Islands. All right? Trying to tell y'all something. Now let's look at this. And we spoke about this before. Native American homelands. Now look, you always told about Chickasaw, Cherokee. Do you know how many tribes was here? Now look at the East Coast. We broke this down before, but I want to give y'all some more maps. You also going to learn they've been making these maps blurry on purpose. Now look, they told you about the 13 colonies. You have to understand each one of these lands were tribes, and there's more tribes that they ain't even showing you. The one particular map I was looking for, I couldn't pull it up. But this map will show you it was many tribes upon tribes upon tribes. You see the Apache, the Blackfoot, and these were warrior tribes that was killing their ass. So, meanwhile, they had some people here in the 13 colonies as slaves. You also see Florida as Seminole territory. They could not do nothing with the rest of the world. That's why they bum ass had to stay in the 13 colonies. Then after they had enough people come to America and they started getting their power up, then they started going west and doing the killing. You also will see the Fugazi map with California attached to Nevada. And I just showed you the ancient map of California right here. So how the hell did California get like this? See how you've been lied to your whole life and you think you're so smart? Now, I'm not knocking the people that don't know, because guess what? We all got more research to do. But I want to show you why you can learn about everything, but you don't know shit about your own country. And that's why you've been tricked to go against your country. You see that? These are all tribes. This is a 1500 map. You see specifically, it's hard to read the names. But my point is, every name you see on here is of a native tribe. Or they want to say indigenous, whatever. Aboriginals. Always these fucking names. I ain't playing them name games. I'm going to show you the tribes. Each one of those names is a name of a tribe before they came and pillaged and put their own name on it and divided and conquered the land. You see? When they came like this with them guns, it took them a long time to conquer the whole world or the whole America. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. Each of these names are names of tribes, but you only know the first 5 tribes, and you only know Cherokee, and you only know what's the other ones? Chickasaw. That's all you know, right? Because those are the ones they told you about. You feel me? The first 5 tribes were the first sellout tribes, and the rest of these tribes, most of them got annihilated. And at the end of the day, all of them didn't get annihilated because most of them are still walking around, but they just think they Black and African Americans. So that's my point. Every country still has residue of their original people. Mm-hmm. Okay, if we go to France, we're going to see Black people there, and most of them been there their whole life. We can go to England. The Black people there, they've been there their whole life. You go to Africa, the Black people there, they've been there their whole life. When you come to America, only place the Black people from somewhere else. Y'all still ain't get it. But guess what? You got to do your own research. I just wanted to show y'all that. Now I'm going to show y'all one more time. See California? Now look at California on ancient maps. Look at California on ancient maps. See that? Look at California on ancient map, and you will see the Red Sea right here. That's why I said I ain't gonna come in here and tell you everything. Those who want to know, you gotta start doing your own damn research. All right. Stop being lazy and stop repeating everything you hear from everybody else and do your own research. And that's what it is. Each one teach one. All right. So I just wanted to show y'all that. So another thing that's going on, I want to ask your opinion, Rondell. Thank you for pulling up. California has been preaching reparations. What you think about that? And what you know about that? Because a lot of us don't know.
I found that very, very crazy. And I think the amount is like $220,000 per person. And the fact that they even entertaining it should really tell people something. Like, why is that state entertaining that?
I think they want people to classify themselves as Black African Americans and bear witness. See, if you bear witness to slavery, you'll never be able to say you're from here.
Right. Right. Because remember the whole Bruce Beach thing that happened and how people got the land. The real wealth is in the land, not in their currency. So they want you to basically admit to their social construct, sell you out again for $220,000 when they know the land is worth so much more.
That's right.
So they want to give you $220,000, have you sell your land out again, because we all know that, like we said before, the Chinese and the Saudis is buying up all of California and all of Arizona. All the Saudis own the entire, almost all of the water supply for the state of Arizona.
Selling us out.
What's in Arizona? The Grand Canyon.
That's right. The original pyramid, but you don't listen to me.
Correct.
Oh, man. I'm going to say it again, y'all. Why y'all think Vegas, New Mexico, Area 51, Arizona, why y'all think all that land is off limits and you don't know nothing about it? All you know about is the East Coast, the West Coast. You know about down south. Yeah, you know about Ohio, but you don't know shit about certain lands of America. And then you got to understand why. And then what you got to do is start understanding this strip you see coming from Mexico on up. That whole landmass went from top to bottom. And I'm showing you all the different tribes. I also show you, you'll see the piece right here. Check it out. Do you see what it's called, Alaska? When you look right here, that's the tip of Alaska right here. Mm-hmm. See Alaska right here. See, they've been playing so many games with your mind. Now look further north, and you'll see another continent on top of America. See that? People don't understand what's going on. These are the people that have been here. These are like I said, y'all, you only know about 13 colonies because that's all they told you. But this is another thing I want to say. We have to remember America had the most gold in the whole world. Why you think every country came here? What they always told y'all, they came here looking for gold. So why the fuck didn't they go look for gold in Egypt, in Africa? Mm-hmm. Dummies. I ain't trying to call y'all dumb. I'm talking to the ones that think they're so fucking smart. If all the gold was in Africa, why the fuck they didn't just go to Egypt? Why did they all come here? From America. And don't forget, America is really one landmass. Really, from Canada all the way down to South America, and including the Virgin Islands.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, why did they all come here for gold? For you people that's so damn smart. All right? Now, that's why I say, man, go do some more studying. And then we're going to build some more, y'all. And understand that this is what we do. All right? But I'm going to show you one more time. The Red Sea, California. But if you don't pay attention to certain things and you don't ever pick up the book, you're never going to know, and you're going to keep giving your money to jackasses like Lamar Bishop Crackhead. See that? His job is to lead you astray and never tell you the truth and just give him money. All right? That's it. We done. We broke all of these clowns down. We finished. What you think, Rhonda? That's it?
I mean, that's it. But you know, it's crazy that they nicknamed that sea that you're talking about. They basically renamed it the Vermilion Sea. But the word vermilion actually means red. It's another name for red.
Talk about it.
So, I mean, hey, listen, if people want to still subscribe to the lies that the teacher told them, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? And be lost, it's on them. But, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is, y'all. This is why I try to tell y'all a million times. This is why they tricked us to hate our own country. See, we understand as people here perpetrating a fraud. We understand that as people that told a lot of lies, but everybody been lied to, even so-called white people. And that's why I told you look, man. White supremacy only thrives off black ignorance. Why? Because when you're ignorant, you become low. And therefore, they become high because you don't know shit. So you automatically think they're over you, and you call it white supremacy. But when you understand that they don't have no fucking power because they ain't shit, then you understand ain't no white supremacy. What's white supremacy? Ignorance. You want to know? You want to know what white supremacy is? I'm gonna show you. People like Kevin Hart. This is white supremacy right here. See that? Because when a black man lowers himself at a low level of suspect behavior, not being a man, any white man that walks in the room becomes superior over him. Any white man that walks in the room with a black man acting a fool like this, that white man becomes superior, supreme. So that is white supremacy. Every time a black man do clown shit and is ignorant and you keep doing nonsense stuff, you automatically make them smarter than you. They're not smarter than you. You make them smarter than you. You make them more powerful. Every time you keep worried about racism and be ignorant, you keep giving them your power. Stop giving them your power, y'all. That's all I'm saying. All right? That's all I'm saying. They ain't nobody. Their power only comes from your ignorance and stupidity. And that's why they gave you hip-hop for a culture. And they give you hip-hop for a culture, right? But they're never going to give you nothing else. They'll tell you from Egypt, Africa. They'll tell you you're a rapper and your culture is hip-hop. But they ain't going to never tell you nothing about this. All right? So just remember that. For my people that's smart. We done. Episode 331 in the books. Phono Fame Live featuring Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. We now going to get into the chat. And hopefully everybody got something out of this. That's right. The Jester Club. Because they all like to pull tricks and games. This guy I know that goes to Stanford told me he dropped out in the 5th grade because his teacher was not sufficient. His words, his parents let him homeschool himself. Wow. This is also why they go the hardest on people in California. Anywhere where your people's had a stronghold, to this day, they sitting on top of the ancient burial grounds and they make sure it's the most wickedest stuff going on in the cities and places where your ancestors was at. This is why they also want to run your ass out of California and run your ass out of everywhere prominent. And they doing it with a game called high ass rent. That's it. That's right. That's right, bro. Words are spells. That's right. So when you keep saying certain words, you put a spell on yourself. Thanks, Lolita. Thanks. Anybody got any questions before we get out of here? Everybody make sure you have a good day and just stay on the right path and don't let nobody knock you off. That's right. Hip-hop is dead. Because hip-hop represent the false preachers, the false prophets, and it's time for them to go. They already been exposed. Basically, the people these entertainers have been working for, they don't need their ass no more. Why? Because enough brainwashing has been done and they don't need them. That's it. Now brainwashing is done on another level and they banking on you not making it to 2030 anyway. What up, Jay Goodbar? What's up? So the number one thing I want to show y'all is when you just keep thinking you come from one goddamn coast, one damn coast from Africa, ask yourself, what the hell happened to all these other people and all these other tribes and nations? Do you think they came here and fought everybody and killed them, or did they just remix the game and gave everybody different names? These are the questions you got to ask. I told you, when you come here, this is the school of common sense around here. I ain't dealing with nothing fancy. I ain't nothing. All right, I'm just going to talk to the people simple. Hold up. Africa got 54 countries. Okay. Gym is the best thing in school. Yeah, you can say that. That's right. All right, y'all. So that's right. Mexico had California also, exactly, because it was all one landmass before they started playing these name games, y'all. See, what they did was play all these goddamn name games because it was written in the scripture that a particular people, what they do is put their name on stuff and change stuff around. They are the ones who created musical chairs. Why the fuck you think in school you had to play the game called musical chairs? But you thought it was just a game. No, they were showing you. We take everything and mix it all up, and we be the last man standing that gets the clout. That's what they did. They mixed up the whole planet, and now they get the clout. See that? Mixed the whole planet up. This is why they are the tricksters. They are the real magicians. They mixed up the whole planet and took the clout. You get it? You see the chief? Look at that dark complected chief. This is before the term black was even used, y'all. It was no such word as black. It was no such word as African American. But you see the complexion, don't you? That's all I want y'all to see. That's why they always told you a picture speaks 1,000 words. But if you can't decode pictures, you don't have no sight. If you don't have no sight, you do not have the eyes to see. Therefore, you are blind. Because when they pillaged your ass, they took away your senses. They took away your sight. They took away your tongue, your native tongue, and they took away your hearing. That's why when people like me and Rondell speak the truth, you don't hear it and you want to debate. But you don't want to do no research. Thanks for supporting the channel, Kim. Thank you. You know what's up, family. You know we here. That's right. Front and center, we here. Also, I'm going to say it again. If you haven't subscribed to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion, make sure you do. Also, on the back end, you check out Jay Marvelous. All right? So, look. Just wanted to show y'all these visuals. And I want y'all to remember this last picture. You see the chief right here. You see the man in black. And you see that black Spaniard right there. That's a Moor right there. From Spain. Right there. He's just in different garbs. And if you go study about Cortez, I think this Cortez right here. Go study about Cortez. Go study about when Spanish came here. And this is part of that. You got to remember the Spanish came before the British and the French. And these are the people that got the whole continent of South America speaking Spanish. Spanish is not the original language of the land, y'all. But we are all family, and you have to understand they had to play these racist games. And that's why to this day, everybody hates each other. Because they started that shit. So you got to know. They started it, and now they don't got to do nothing no more. All right? So we done. Make sure everybody here. The Spanish killed more than 70 million people in the island of Hispaniola alone. Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you, Lucy Goosey. They are killing machines, y'all. They were killing, slaying. And they also knew that this was the land of the Hebrews, allegedly. That's right. All right, y'all. That's right. Those Spaniards were some evil MFers. That's right. That's right. Man, they're the evilest people. And they get passes too. They get passes. And I'm going to be honest. It was Spain that taught people in South America to be wicked and hateful. And they hate black people. Some of them hate black. They call them Moreno. They hate them. But they don't know no better. They've been brainwashed. Because this is the man that spread his seed. See, I told y'all about this, but now you're going to look at it. You're going to look at this picture. You see these Spaniards? They're the ones that spread their seed amongst the people. They are the ones that planted their seed and created all these new races and all these new countries. It was them right here. You see that? Yeah. So, yeah, you're proud of your country. I'm from here. I'm from there. But little did you know, you only speak Spanish because of them. But anyway, That's for another day. A lot of people don't like to hear that. And then you got pillaged again when Rome came through, and they made the whole South America bow down to the Catholic Church. That's why everybody from South America is a Catholic, because you got to know your history. Those are the same people that don't like your ass neither, and they made you get down and lay down. Because like the Arab, if you didn't get down, it was going to chop your fucking head off. You're going to take this religion or you're going to get this work. That's their thing. See that? See the gun right here? Gun on the shoulder, gun on the waist. Gangster. You're going to get down and lay down. You're going to give us that fish or you're going to get your head blowed off. That's right. And you could be cool, but you're going to accept our religion too. And these are also, you see right here, y'all, these are also some of the first tribes that sold out. See that? These are the first tribes that sold out, y'all. So this is what I want to show y'all, then we out of here. See? When these nations, remember I told y'all they only came off the waters. This is when the European was scared. They didn't come, they were scared to go deep into the land. I showed you, see? They didn't go deep in the land, they were scared to death. They made sure they put their establishment by the water so they could run if they got to. And they could have their naval fleets pull up. But when it came time to go into the land, they didn't have that power. They were scared. So this is why I'm proving to y'all. These were the first ones that sold out. And while these natives on the water was selling out, the rest of the people was in the land chilling because they didn't get to that part yet. This was in the 1500s. They didn't start conquering these lands to the 1800s and 1700s. Really the 1800s, y'all. That's why I was telling y'all before I wanted to just prove it to y'all. It took them 300 years from this to conquer all of this. It took them 300 years, y'all. So America as we know it is really not that old. It's not even 200 years old as we know it. So that's history lessons, y'all. Other than that, salute to all my people. Kimberly Dawn said all the Spanish people quiet in the chat. It's the truth, y'all, because some of them are real hateful and spiteful. And they go all out their way not to be considered. But little do they know, we all family from the same landmass. It's just that they were the number one people pillaged by these people and brainwashed. So that's why they don't know no better. Anyway, salute to my people. Thank you, everybody, for pulling up. Thanks for catching the replay. We out. Episode 331. We will be back again soon. Y'all know me and Rondell gonna be collaborating. We got some things cooking for the new year. We just had to close the year out strong. So even on our off days, make sure y'all check out our catalogs to get up to speed. And you're gonna see a lot of things that's going on now we already been talking about. So we're gonna stay humble. We're gonna stay giving y'all the information, and we're gonna try to make it fun too. So on that note, thank you, Rondell. Thank you for supporting me.
Of course.
Just thank you. And I'm also gonna say again, I see they playing with your channel. They playing these goddamn games. And hopefully they lift this ban off, and we're gonna make sure we support you. So because we know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on. And
of course. You already know. You already know how it go.
Yeah, it already
because I feel like they put I'm like the channel like subscribers and the views don't match. And ain't nobody buying subscribers, but supposedly nobody's watching the channel though. That don't make no sense. I don't get that. But
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody who came in, who blessed Fame with a donation. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate y'all for real. It's funny because I'm seeing a lot of the chat, and it's like a lot of the people that are here or a lot of the people that are over there. It's so funny now.
That's right. That's right. We got a big family. That's what we got.
So
see,
it's cool.
We bring communities together. See, we can't bring communities together in real life, but we can do it on the internet and let it work from there. We bring community, we bring people together. That's what we do. That's what we do. So another thing, if you appreciate the content and you would like to donate to Rondell, her Cash App is $Rondell, correct?
Correct.
If y'all would like to support her, that's her Cash App right there as well, y'all. But definitely make sure you subscribe to her channel. And on that note, y'all, thank y'all all. We out.
Yep.
1. And shut up, Jay. Don't worry about this info going to help 2023. You just help yourself, all right? That's all you got to do, Jay. You feel me? Because a lot of y'all like to be smart asses, but nobody cares. You feel me? That's why your dumb ass up this morning, and maybe you won't be helped in 2023. You just make sure you don't catch RSV. I'm just going to be honest with you. You feel me? We don't care about those negative niggas and ignorant people, all right? Understand that. Your comment means nothing. That's why you got a blank page, because you a nobody, all right? So give yourself advice and make sure you make it before Joe get out of office. That's all I'm going to say on that. This is also why I want to show y'all too, y'all. See, you got people that don't want us to rise. You got people that's mad because we won't fit the narrative of niggas and slaves and ignorant. They mad that y'all getting knowledge. It's people mad that you learning your history and they showing their colors, y'all. Just always remember that. The people that wanted to keep you ignorant and oppressed, they mad because you starting to get this information. And they mad you reclaiming what's rightfully yours. So you got to remember, it's always going to be agents around trying to throw you out your game because they mad. The narratives ain't sticking no more. And you waking up. What's the narrative, y'all? That you all come from slaves. You dirt poor. And you a nigga. You from Africa. You ain't never had nothing. You ain't nothing. You feel me? They mad because that narrative ain't sticking no more, y'all. That's why I had to expose these people when they say this knowledge ain't gonna help for 2023. Yes, it is. You know why? Because people smart now. Before it wouldn't work because they were stupid, but now people waking up and people don't want you to be woken up, y'all. Just always remember that. Because we are the most hated on the planet. We the most loved and hated at the same time. You see that? They hate us because they ain't us. That's just what it is, y'all. Accept it. Let's keep it pushing. I'm done.